Throw myself in here. Gotta do this. Where's these banners at? There's the banner right there. Put that ticker on there. What's going on, you guys? Welcome to the Cowboys Corner. It's officially here, guys. All in soil, brother. Enjoy it, bro. Going to your first game with your son. No other feeling like it, man. I remember, I just took my daughter to her first Cowboys game against the Lions back in December. She had a blast. She wants to go again. You guys go have a blast, dude. Try to take your son where the players go. Walk in the stadium, dude. Get there early. That way he can experience the players walking in, seeing the players walk in, brother. Go have fun, dude. Go have fun. We got a Daniel Beer Sports in the house. What's going on, guys? What's going on? Welcome to another episode of Talking Crazy on the corner of Crazy and Cowboys. And boy, do we got a lot to talk about today. We have a crap ton of stuff to talk about today. Let's smack the Saints. You already know. Jet Lee, what's up? Jaja Binks in the building. Our offense got to step up tomorrow. We're going to talk about that. We got 5 months of membership right here from Daniel. I appreciate it. As you can see, he's in the ticker. He said Cowboys should beat the Saints. You're absolutely right. They absolutely should. We're going to break it down on why they should. We got Todd French in the building. Let Dak cook. All right. He's going to be here at least for the next 4 years. Let him cook. Cook up a Super Bowl. All right. We know what Dak is in the regular season. We know what the Dallas Cowboys are in the regular season, all right? Dak's going to cook, and what it is. All right. Longhorns won 56-7. Archie Manning over there, the nephew of the GOAT Mannings, over there killing it at Texas. Jet Lee and Brando saying what's up to you guys. Uh-oh. I'm not even going to say that last word, but I hope you guys are doing great. I shared the link out. The link's pinned if you guys want to come in. We about to do this thing, man. The Dallas Cowboys got their business in against those Browns, man. And I talked about it. When I brought up the matchup last week about their offense versus our defense, I said, dude, Deshaun Watson. I'm not scared of Deshaun Watson. Who the heck is Deshaun Watson? Danny Savage in the house. Welcome.
Greetings, everyone.
What's going on, man?
Nothing much, man.
Well, right now we're just recapping the Browns, man. And I said, I'm not worried about Deshaun Watson. He's coming off a shoulder injury. He was 5-1, but he threw 4 picks. He's going to give the ball to us, and he did it twice. All right. Then I talked about Overshown. I talked about Lawrence. I talked about Kendricks. I talked about our corners. I was worried about Kalen Carson, but because the front seven did so well, Kalen Carson was literally, bam, in the seatbelt, just coasting. All right, he took the ride that the front seven took him on. And Carson, he had some moments, he had some down moments, but
yeah, you got to have that as a rookie.
Let's talk about our offensive line here, Savage, against these Browns before we dip into these Saints, all right?
You got to be excited. I mean, listen, they're going to hit a wall at some point, but from what we saw the first week, especially Cooper Beebe, I mean, never playing center before, he's, and like I have a saying, well, I don't have a saying, it was Parcells. He's like, let's slow down, let's not put him in Canton yet. But he looks like our starter for the next 10 years. And if you really looked at that game a second time, they didn't give Guyton that much help on the left tackle. They didn't give him a tight end as much as I thought he was. He gave up a sack. But if you were telling me a guy that never played a left tackle position before, we switched him over, give up 1 sack to Myles Garrett, I'll take that. You know what I'm trying to say? I'll take that. They got Tyler Smith, you know what I'm saying? I mean, but there's a lot of future and promise with the offensive line. Next year we're not going to have Zach, so are we going to just slide in TJ Bass? You know what I'm trying to say? Is Terrence, are they going to get rid of Terrence? Will Terrence be a casualty cut with the cap? I don't know. But I think Guyton and BB, like I said, it's only one game, but they exceeded what everybody thought they were going to do, in my opinion.
No, 100%, dude. And I like the Mike's. Let me not say the word like. I loved the Mike Zimmer defense, dude, because the two linebackers they got Overshown being able to play free when they went nickel, and when they went traditional 4-3. You know who benefited the most, and this was not on my radar. Yeah. Let's give a big shout out to Donovan Wilson and this system.
I like Donald. He doesn't care about CTE. He comes right and he's old school. Remember that one game like 3 years ago where he lit up Dalvin Cook twice? One was a run, one was a pass. He don't care. He's an old school type of player. And he's a Zimmer type of player.
No,
he's a Zimmer type.
The way he's able to play free and not worried about stacking the box, you see that. And Donovan Wilson playing at that level against those Browns, hey, that's pretty dang good. That's pretty dang good. Overshown playing free, shooting the gaps like a missile.
No, definitely.
Micah Parsons got a sack. Tank Lawrence with 2 sacks opening day. Trayvon Diggs with a nice interception. You know, it was so nice, Savage, to see a 50 on the field, all right? Remind me of Sean Lee. I'm going to call Eric Kendricks General Kendricks, all right? Number 5. Oh, what were your thoughts on those guys?
No, I mean, I said from day one, I think Kendricks is going to be a very integral part of this defense because he's wearing the star. He's wearing the dot. He's the green dot, red dot. If he goes down, then Maris is going to be it. But no one has as much experience in that defense as he does. Overshown was all over the place like a missile. I just hope with his frame he can stand up to 17 weeks because he plays all over the place. But he's another guy. From what I've seen, what's up? What's up,
guys? How y'all doing, man?
Good. How's everything, man? I think if Overshown can stay healthy, and me personally, I would move Overshown around a lot. The one question I got, though, is I was a little shocked with how much Zimmer played Micah at edge. I was a little surprised by that.
I try telling you guys, he ain't going to be playing a lot of linebacker. I've been saying that all talking crazy. You know why? Because he's
not a linebacker.
He's just going to disguise the cover. He's just going to disguise that A-gap blitz. Micah Parsons playing linebacker as much as you guys want. It's just not going to happen. Micah Parsons' specialty is rushing the quarterback.
But so is this going to be year 4 of by week 10? He's walking around looking for his dog on the field because he's all beat up?
Because Tank Lawrence is now stepping up. See, the difference last year, yes, Dorrance Armstrong had 6 sacks, but he turned it off like a faucet. There was nobody to complement it. And if you look at what Mike Zimmer did with Tank Lawrence didn't have to go from the left all the way to the A-gap to run a stunt. Tank Lawrence was able to play in that D-gap and go ballistic. And that is going to be a big difference for Tank, and that's going to be a big difference for Micah because they're going to be able to play free and a lot longer, and they don't have to worry about stunts. They're not going to have to worry about stunts, and that's good. Let's talk about Turpin. And I got one question to ask you guys. Champ, I'm going to ask you this first. Do you know why Turpin got that touchdown? Let's see if you know the answer.
Fossil. Game planning.
Okay, what about you, Savage? Do you know why Turpin got that touchdown?
Because he caught the ball.
This is why he got it. All right? Y'all listen closely. The reason why Turpin got that punt return for a kickoff is because, or the punt return for a touchdown is because Sam Williams wasn't on the play, and Boss Man Fat wasn't on the play. Every time Turpin ran for a touchdown, it was either those two idiots that had the play come back. That is why Turpin got that touchdown, because Sam Williams was not on that play.
But as a whole, I'm just not a fan. Well, it was a punt return.
Yeah, punt return. Yeah.
But the kickoffs, I'm just not a fan of the kickoffs. It's like everything's a touchback. It's like it used to be the worst job in football, the suicide squad, special teams. Now, the way the NFL is, it's the easiest. Every kickoff is a touchback and no contact, no nothing. That's a pretty easy job now. But we just got to hope Turpin's vision improved. You know what I'm saying? But
oh yeah. Cowboys champs, break down that Browns game for me, man. What'd you like? What didn't you like?
Okay, it's a tale of two halves. The first half, defense played lights out. The offense, you can tell that the money players wasn't playing up to their contract. So it was more of a balanced run pass. Dak had some good throws. He had some terrible throws. He had one throw that should have been a 6-pick, but thank God that CeeDee Lamb knocked the ball out of the defender's hand. Now, second half, defense brought their game up a little bit higher. Maybe it's because the fact that Watson was, I don't know, trash, whatever, but the defense played their asses off. The offense, they from my understanding, they were 0-7 on third downs. And halftime, they had 150 yards, total yards. At the end of the game, they only had 178 yards. Remember, last week I said, you asked me, what do I think the Cowboys need to do in order to beat Cleveland? I said Mike McCarthy has to call a better game. Mike McCarthy, I don't know why he is stuck on passing the ball, especially when your team has a lead. Run the damn ball. Stop trying to throw the ball everywhere. Even though, yes, our running game's kind of shoddy, but still, Zeke had he was averaging 4 yards per carry. I mean, and Rigo Dowell, he was running pretty good too on 8 carries. So, one more thing. I heard on the radio earlier the past week, Mike McCarthy said he was upset that the running game didn't get enough attempts. Now, isn't he the offense coordinator? Isn't he the one that's calling the plays?
Yeah, that doesn't make sense.
Yep.
That doesn't make sense, man. Holy shit. Excuse my language.
Yeah. Man, let's talk about we talked about penalties last week, and the Cowboys had 11 penalties. They had 40 more yards in penalties than the Browns. They had the same amount. They both had 11, but the Cowboys had 40 more yards. Luckily, this defense was able to contain Deshaun Watson. And I'm so mad. I got almost 600 videos on my post-game video. And my title says the Dallas Cowboys massaged a win in Cleveland, and nobody got the joke. Nobody got the joke. Not a ha-ha, that was a good one in the comments section. I thought it was hilarious. But anyway, can the Cowboys fix these penalties? Savage, that's 11 in one game.
Here's the deal. We spoke about this last week. That's coaching. That's discipline. And I'm sorry, when you run up against a good team, you're not beating a good team with 11 penalties on getting 11 penalties. And for how many years have we led the league in penalties? My fear this past Sunday was the refs were going to be looking at Guyton and Beebe and be throwing flags left and right, because we all know. Listen, if it comes down to a close game, we're going to get screwed. We know that already. We know that. So even if it comes to a playoff game, we got to beat somebody by double digits because when it comes down to a playoff game, we're never going to get a call. We're going to get flags, but penalties 100% is coaching and discipline. You want to teach an offensive lineman to stop to holding? You know what's the easiest way to do it? Put him out in practice with boxing gloves on. Make him practice with boxing gloves so he doesn't hold. Another easy way, whatever team you're playing, I don't know if the NFL allows you to do it. Let's say you're playing the Redskins and they have red jerseys. They probably wouldn't allow Dallas. Switch to red gloves. Because now your red gloves are going to look a lot. You're not going to be able to see them holding. But the NFL probably wouldn't allow that. But penalties, that's coaching 100%.
Yeah. No, we got fifth quarter on Talking Crazy at the corner of Crazy and Cowboys. Fifth quarter Cowboys, recap me your thoughts on the Browns game and then roll into penalties for us. That's the topic now. So the floor is yours. Talk to us, Quarter.
The Browns game was cool. I talked to Champ earlier, he was talking about how what the yards we had in the first half and then what we had in the second half, it was kind of like stale. I think that probably comes from, of course, no starter really played in the preseason. So
man, you and Champs ain't believing in the light, are y'all? That's crazy.
You can't see me?
Barely.
That's racist.
That's 4K.
I'll turn light on in a second. But yeah, I think that game was just a fill out game. I think you'll probably see a lot more of first of all, that defense is firing off, man. I like what they got. I hope they get better. I know I saw DeMarcus Lawrence say he feel like he was talking to the rookie, the cornerback. And he told me like what he saw him welcome to the team, but he said he still feel like he left a lot out there. So I like the veteran telling the young guy, even though you play good, don't brush your shoulder off yet because you still left a lot out there. Coming from a guy that don't even play that position, a guy that's a DN, telling the corner that's real cool for D-Law to say that to him. That let you know he's watching, for him to see plays that Carson might have left out there. But overall, I think it was a really good, I won't say really good, but a decent start for the Cowboys. That obviously they're gonna have to play better against better opponents, and maybe things will get better as the season go. I think it's pretty much been the same story as far as who we like the most on the field. It's probably been the defense for the last 3 years, and even with Mike Zimmer now, they say he lined Parsons up, I think, at like 6 or 7 different spots. That was dope. That was cool. I kind of underestimated that Carson kid. He played good ball. I liked him. Trayvon Diggs barely got anything past his side. Our cornerbacks kept it. He was quiet, man. I'm really looking forward to that defense, man. Mike McCarthy said something about how he didn't like the running scheme or some crap like that, as if he's not the one calling the plays. Brian Schottenheimer ain't calling no plays. You know what I'm saying? Like, this McCarthy. So we still got that problem. Zeke might be better than I thought he would be this year. He might be better than I thought he would be. To me, he played better than Rico Dowdle to me. Zeke picked up a monster block on one of those plays. Of course, Dak overthrew Brandon Cooks on that play, but it was a good block. To see that he still can do that, I think that was cool too. But overall, I give it the game for the Cowboys. I give it a C+.
That's fair.
Okay, C+.
Yeah, I don't give it a B. No, I can't do that because Temp told me the yards earlier that we had in the first half and the second half, and that was just like, ugh. Like, man, it should have been a lot better than that. But overall, satisfied with the defense. Donovan Wilson stood out. That damn linebacker,
Kendricks.
Oh my God. We finally got a linebacker core. That damn Overshawn was decent. I had to go back and watch the game because when OG said Parsons was all over the field. After going back and watching the game, he actually was. He actually played better than I thought he did. I went back and watched him. I think I had him on the magnifying glass when I watched the game originally, but when I went back and watched it, Parsons was effective a lot. They didn't get home a lot, but he was very effective. So I gave it a C. And the penalties, I mean, y'all, we watched it, the one that was on here with us. We started out the game with him. Last week when we talked about it before the game, I put a lot of it on coaching, but man, I don't know. These like they Mike McCarthy and them got to do better. What 1980 win?
He'll be back.
Mike McCarthy and them got to do better as coaches. You got to do something about this because at this point it goes on with every new player, old player. It happens every year. Y'all got to figure something out there when it comes to these penalties, man. But that's gonna hurt us so bad. And it's always hurt us on a big run every time, man. And let me just give props to. I don't want to talk too much. Props to Dudu Pan Steele. He played good football. He played good ball this past week. Tyler Guyton did what he could. He's only going to get better. Ain't no better way than to start off versus a juggernaut like that and not have much help on that side. It's what's to be expected what we saw from the rookie. So I'm happy that my perspective changed about the double-digit wins. I'm not sure because I feel like they could have played a lot better offensively, especially with the play call and with the constant 3-and-outs from pass. So as of right now, though, you did what you're supposed to do versus Cleveland. That's my thing. When you play teams and you're supposed to beat them and you beat them, that's where it's supposed to be. You know what I'm saying? So C+ for me. That penalties thing, if they keep going, it's going to constantly hurt us, and we're going to constantly have our kicker out there try to kick 90-yard field goals. So, yeah, that's all I got about that one, brother.
No, we got Dallas Cowboy fan 1980. I'm talking crazy. The corner of crazy at Cowboys 1980. What's up, dude?
What's up?
What's up, fellas? Y'all good?
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Talking
How you doing, guys?
What's up?
Hey,
I'm good, man. Tired as hell. Busy
Yeah,
Friday and busy Saturday.
I understand. I'm gonna let Champs go real quick. 1980. I'm gonna be right back with you. Champs been waiting his turn here. Champs, the penalties, man. 11 of them.
Man, at first, it was Cleveland playing undisciplined. But then the first 5 penalties was on the special teams. It seemed like majority of the penalties were on the special teams. Now, I can't I don't remember how many that was on offense. But I just know that Cleveland played like crap. And I think we kind of was fortunate that Cleveland didn't take advantage of the Cowboys' penalties, even though Cleveland did have some penalties themselves. But it still goes back to discipline, and that's Mike McCarthy. Mike McCarthy, he tried to talk like he's tough, like he's big on against penalties, but he's not. You see by his play calling, he's finesse. He's fragile. His personality matches his game plan.
Okay.
If they don't fix that, man, it's gonna be a long season.
Yeah. 1980. What's your thoughts on the penalty? We had 11. The Browns had 11. We had 11. We had 40 more yards. We talked about penalties last week because we knew Mike McCarthy has issues with penalties. So, can you learn from week 1 penalties, or is this just a common Mike McCarthy theme in Dallas?
Well, the goal is to learn from mistakes. That's the process of life. You know, as a kid, you do dumb things. As a teenager, you do dumb things. Even as a young adult, you do dumb things. Hell, I always say I spent my 30s cleaning up all the dumb shit I did in my 20s. So if I would have had the mind frame in my 30s, in my 20s, I would have been way far ahead, way far along. But Yeah, you're supposed to learn from them, but the Dallas Cowboys, obviously it was on the offensive side of the ball, I believe, where all the penalties came from. I don't think it was defense. You can tell there's a different aura, a different scent on the defensive side of the ball, a more disciplined smell, more disciplined fragrance on the defensive side of the ball. Mike McCarthy is what you call a player's coach. He's a Barry Switzer. Barry Switzer has a rough exterior, but he's a player's coach. They're not afraid of him. In order to get better at penalties and bonehead plays, you have to be afraid of your coaching staff. You have to be scared, just like your parents. My kids when they do something wrong, they look right at me like, oh shit, damn. It's kind of that effect. Even though they're grown, it's still a sport. They still have to be disciplined, and it'll prevent. If they were afraid of their coach, it would prevent a lot of dumb things. It's just like the military. They put you in boot camp so you can be mentally ready for what could happen on the battlefield. Boot camp is, man, I ask my brother. He was in the Army or whatever. So boot camp was crazy, But they want to test your mental. They want to test your mental. And that's the way they should approach football, But it's kind of hard to do that because, when you got Jerry Jones and all the money and the charter buses and all that stuff, these players, they think they've already won. They think they think money and all that stuff overrides discipline and them doing wrong and stuff like that. So they've already made it. So what can you tell me, So that's probably kind of too late for that. Unless, like I say, unless you got a coach like Zimmer in there and you can already tell the difference.
Yeah. So that's a recap of the Browns.
Well, I didn't get the recap, but go ahead.
Oh, yeah, go ahead. Recap it. I forgot to ask you that. Go ahead.
Sir. Yes, sir. The Cowboys did exactly what they were supposed to do. The Browns, I felt, and I went back and watched just to make sure, just for reassurance. Like I said in my video, I wanted everybody to kind of calm down a little bit and pump their brakes. This is the first game of the season. Browns are an awful team. They were an awful team. And I think we took advantage of an awful team. I'm not saying the Dallas Cowboys are not going to be good or anything like that, but it's the same thing every year. We'll go and win a game early in the season and, kind of repeat the process. Then we'll play a real team and then we'll lose. So I think we're all happy that we won that game. A win is a win. I think we all look at it like that. But then on the same token, we're all kind of waiting on that bomb to explode, that fuse, that bomb to erupt. We're all waiting on that. I think we can agree to that. We're all waiting on Dak Prescott to fuck up. We're all waiting on, what we've seen. Now, it's not our fault. It's not our fault. And I'm not just making this up. It's been like this since 95. So it's not like, oh, here goes 1980 again, being negative. It's not me being negative. It's the Cowboys being negative.
If you speak the truth, that's not being negative. I'm sorry. If you speak the truth, it's not negative.
Over and over again, I think we all talk about what we see. We all hope that Michael Parsons can play a full season like he played the other night. But in reality, we all know how that's going to end up. We all know in reality. It looked very good the other night. It looked so good. But I'd like to see him do that against a real team, against real talent. That's why I'm not really getting to my brakes are applied. My brake lights are on, and they're going to stay on. Don't get behind me. Because if you're on that freeway and you behind me, you're going to get mad and you're going to go around because I am proceeding this season with caution. I'm not falling for it. I've seen it so many times, again after again after again. And that girlfriend just keep cheating on me, and we keep letting her in through that back door. That's what we're doing. So I'm not going to get ahead of myself. I like the win. A win is a win. I hope and wish and pray that they can keep it up against a real team with real talent, because we can tell that Brown, we overestimated them, because I thought we were probably going to lose that game. But the media, and I'm guilty of it too. I don't mind saying that. I don't give a damn what nobody thinks. So I'm guilty of it too. I thought we were going to lose that game. I did. And I said it. I'm saying it right now. I thought we, and I'm saying it again. I thought we were going to lose that game. I'm dead serious because of the hype, because of all the bullshit, the contract, all that shit. Dak Prescott talking about, oh, I don't play for money, but he walked down the goddamn runway with this damn $5, $6, $7, maybe $10,000 suit and gonna tell us, oh, I don't play for the money. Man, get out of here with that bullshit, man. You a clown just like the rest of them. His attitude has changed. He's really arrogant now. I don't like this Dak Prescott. You ain't won nothing.
You know what?
You ain't. Wait a minute. I got you. Wait a minute. You ain't won nothing yet to be that way. You ain't won no Super Bowl, but yet he walking down the runway and it's expensive. I ain't hating. I'm just being logical. I mean, you grown man, you do what you want with your money, man. But guys back in the day that dressed like that, they won championships. They got receipts. And ain't nobody on this team got receipts yet. So I'm still waiting on receipts. You can't get your refund. You can't go to Walmart and get your refund back. You can't go to Target or Dillard's or Foley's back in the day and get your refund without a receipt. So until they get it right up here, guys, I'm going to remain and proceed this season with caution. You can call me a hater. You can call me, oh, you don't have faith in your team, all that shit. But it's not my fault. Don't get mad at me. Go knock on their door, because they're the ones that got me like this. They're the ones. You get what I'm saying? So that's all I got to say about the review. I'm gonna pump my brakes. I'm gonna proceed with caution. And now the Saints are a little bit better, a lot better than them. So let's see if they can hold up and do the same thing against the Saints.
Yeah. No, that was G. Hampton trying to get in here. The Cowboy from the Cowboy Huddle podcast, good buddy of mine. Let's break down these Saints and what they were able to do last week against the weak Kitty Cats, all right? The weak Panthers, all right? Look, Alvin Kamara is still him, all right? The Duke had 15 carries, 83 yards, and a touchdown. Jamal Williams, their second string running back, 11 for 38 for a touchdown. Rashid Shaheed is their number one guy over there. He had 3 catches for 73 yards. 59 of that was on one big play for a touchdown. They didn't have that great of a day on offense. They kicked a lot of field goals over there against the Saints, but they had this guy on defense, Taylor. He's a slot corner. He had 3 sacks, and they do a very, very good job disguising him as a slot corner blitzing. He was lined up on this wide receiver playing press man. But I mean, he's so smooth with it. The ball gets snapped, and he has a dead way right to the Panthers quarterback. Now that could be, the Panthers quarterback's young over there. He might not be able to read that defense right. Tyler Guyton's going to have his handful with this guy, and he does it on both sides. It ain't just the Sam or the weak side. He goes both sides on those slot blitzes. He got 3 of them, all right? Other than that, dude, their defensive line doesn't get a lot of pressure. They really don't. If you give Dak Prescott time, he will shred you. And so as long as his offensive line holds up and Dak's able to read those blitzes, Dak, CD, all these guys gonna have time to feast. All right, you might even see Tolbert get a little something if Dak Prescott can get that time, because what I see it against them Panthers, that D line for the Saints ain't that good. They just aren't. They got Tyrann Mathieu over there, Chase Young's over there, Cameron Jordan, the longtime Saint legend over there, doing it big, but no,
you didn't mention the guy who should have been the Cowboy.
If you stop Kamara, I think you win this football game. Danny Savage, what are your thoughts? with and there's a familiar face. Cedric Wilson's on the team. Cedric Wilson's over there. And Taysom Hill, you got to watch Taysom Hill. You know, that little Swiss Army knife over there. He's still there.
No,
he played running back and a lot of wildcat plays against some Panthers too. But I think if we stop that running game, I think we win. What do you think, Savage?
Well, first of all, you missed the one guy in the defensive line, Brian Barise from Clemson, defensive tackle. He should have been the pick over Mozzie Smith. But I can see Kamara having a big game tomorrow. I could see them running a million gadget plays with Taysom Hill. Don't write off Carr as a quarterback. As crazy as it sounds, I can see tomorrow's game being a high-scoring game. As crazy as that sounds, I can see that, because how many times have we seen it? And I've said it before, I'll say it again. There's a very large disconnect between older Cowboy fans and younger Cowboy fans. Like, talking about Dak, the way he's acting now, why is he acting like that? That's because of us, the fans. Well, not us, but the fan base put him on a pedestal, and he's won absolutely nothing. So he shouldn't be walking around like that. But I don't think tomorrow's game is going to be easy. I really don't. I don't. And I don't want to hop back to last week, but last week's game, I just can't get hyped over it because I've seen it so many times, and Cleveland just played so horrible. Dallas should have had 45 points up on the board. And like I said, you can only play who's in front of you. A win is a win. But I think tomorrow it's going to be a lot harder game than everyone is expecting. That's my opinion.
Okay.
I could be wrong, though.
Okay. Oh, and one more note. Foster Moreau had 4 catches for 43 yards. He's their tight end. He actually is pretty good. And then I also have here, we can't give Carr time. I'm not impressed with their O-line. Overshown Kendricks. They had a good game last week. They should have a better game this week. And I'm serious on that. Cowboys champs. What's your thoughts on the Cowboys Saints game?
To me, it's going to indicate offense again. Run the ball. Have a more of a passing offense. A balanced offense. Run-pass ratio has to be important, because you cannot continue to go have your defense to keep going out when your offense going 3 and out on consecutive drives. Yeah. Even though they are playing against Derek Carr in the past have squashed the Cowboys with the Raiders a couple years ago. Now, I think Zimmer defense is going to be the catalyst that the Cowboys win tomorrow, but it's still dependent on the play calling. And the $130 million guys going to have to step up.
Okay.
They're going to have to step up, no doubt.
Just real quick, also, the Saints O-line is banged up. Their left tackle, first-round pick, Talisi Fuaga from Oregon State. He's having back issues, spasms, so he's day-to-day. And then they got their first-round failure, Trevor Penning from Northern Iowa, that I've been saying from day one he's a guard, but they left him a left tackle for the last 2 years. Now they switched him to right tackle. Speed-wise, Micah should be able to eat him up, but he's just a mauler. But yeah, Micah should eat him up speed-wise. But their O-line is banged up.
Yeah. No, that's good nuggets. That's good nuggets. We got G. Hampton in here from the Cowboy Huddle podcast. What up, G. Hampton?
What's up, fellas? How y'all doing, man? I see y'all be up late at nighttime. Damn.
That's what talking crazy is about, man. You bored on a Saturday night. You come listen and talk crazy on the corner of Crazy and Cowboy.
Well,
that's how we do it.
Yeah, I get it. How everybody doing? Everybody doing all right?
Oh, yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I'm good, man. I'm good. I'm excited for tomorrow, man. I don't know about y'all, man, but Dude, it's gonna be a chess game tomorrow. You ask me. I don't think this is going to be a pushover game. Again, I think it's going to be the test of the defense. Which defense can stop the offense? I mean, this is not Sean Payton's team. This is Dennis Allen's team, and I know these guys are really hyped up behind playing the Carolina Panthers. They put up 47 points. The Panthers are who they are. They are the Panthers. So they're all pumped up because they beat the Panthers. So I'm sure they're going to be coming in here with, beating their chest and everything. But, man, I'm more concerned about our offense, man. Dak said himself that they left a lot of meat on the bones. And they did. They did that second half, man. We had a hard time getting in the end zone. Defense pretty much bailed us out, and Brandon Aubrey pretty much carried us out through that second half. If you go back to the game, so I guess that's where my concern is. See how this offense performs on tomorrow. I can say that I know they're going to be pretty pumped playing at home. That's a good thing, but also, man, I'm excited that my guy Zeke Elliott is back. A lot of people had counted him out, but he was carrying the ball for about four yards a carry, so that's pretty good, man. I know how you feel about Zeke, though, Mike. So,
yeah, I appreciate you coming in on G Hampton. I do appreciate you coming in here for sure. Fifth quarter Cowboys.
Talking about it. What's the subject?
Cowboys Saints, man. How you feeling about this game?
Man, they probably won't be able to stop us from scoring.
Say that again.
They probably won't be able to stop. I don't see who they got. They can stop either Brandon Cooks or CeeDee Lamb.
Say that again.
Like I don't even like that game last week was like against Carolina was like a scrimmage game for them, man.
Mm-hmm.
Thought they're doing what they wanted to do against Carolina.
Mm-hmm.
I like Joe Woods though. Their defensive coordinator. I ain't gonna act like he's a slouch. He's a veteran. He's an OG. But ain't nobody on that defense that can really probably stop the passing game. That probably gonna have big numbers tomorrow. I don't see nobody that can do anything with CD safeties. I don't see nobody, even Brandon Cooks. Even if Ferguson play, he might have decent. I just don't. I'm not too much worried about Alvin Kamara for real. Not with the speed we got at linebackers now. He gonna do his number. I got much respect for him, but I don't see him. I don't see him being like the guy we got to stop for them to be like, oh, we can't stop him. They gonna win. No way. It's that game is not even in his hands. I don't see it as a toss up. I don't see it as one of those games where it's like, oh, we don't be careful, we can. No. They not beating the Cowboys, man. The Saints not. They, to be honest with you, they really in the rebuilding stage for real. I just don't see them have nobody that can stop. Mike McCarthy might shine tomorrow. He might get off. You be honest with you, like I don't be surprised if Turkey go out there and catch a touchdown pass tomorrow, for real. But for what they did, and everybody saying what they about because what they did last week to Carolina, man. Carolina is bad. I mean, bad. Like they bad, bro. It might be a high scoring game for the Cowboys, but the Saints not finna have no high scoring on that defense. No way, bro. I ain't even trying to talk crazy. Y'all know how I feel about it. 1980 called them up in this high, like one week they this, 1 week they that. But tomorrow, I don't feel like we are in trouble or we should tread lightly or anything. I just don't see them doing that with the Cowboys tomorrow, bro.
1,000%. Totally agree with that assessment. I really do. I'm not being trite here. I really do. Dallas Cowboy fan 1980. Cowboys, Saints, the matchup. Break it down for me.
They have to I agree. I think we're the better team overall. The game has to be won in the trenches, though. They scored 41 points. Well, they scored 41 points last week. But against
47.
it's kind of a good sign. think we're the same.
A lot of field goals, though.
I think we're a better team, but I meant the same. Like we had an easy game the first week. That's what I meant by the same. So they're going to be playing a better team, and we're going to be playing a little bit better team than what we played the first week. So, but the game has to be won in the trenches. It's a domino effect. Defense. It's going to be a defensive game. I think the defense is going to have to prove their dominance and take over the game and put the offense in a good position. I don't think they got any, like fifth quarter said, I don't think they have anybody on the defense that can stop our weapons. So I think we'll pull it out. But you know me, I'm still the Cowboys still on my list. So.
Yeah. No, for real. And I know G. Hampton came in, gave us our thoughts on that. You want to add any more to that, G. Hampton?
Yeah, I think I'm picking back off what he was saying as well, man. I think we have a better team overall. I really do, man. But you got a lot of Saints fans here too, man, and they're going to be hyped up as well. But if we just continue to be consistent, man. Like I said, I'm not really worried about our defense. Our defense is fire, man. Our defense is totally fire. But my main concern is this offense. CD should have a great game. Let me say CD should, because Lattimore is not playing. I believe that's right. Lattimore is out, isn't he? I think they got him. I
haven't looked at their injury report just yet.
Okay, so I think he's out. If he's out, because I know Lattimore would probably be the one that line up on CD. So hopefully CD will have a field day tomorrow, man, about 170, 80 yards. You know what I'm saying? So
that'd be nice.
I don't know. I think that, like I say, I think it's more hype than anything. But I think only way we lose this game is penalties, and we lose the game ourselves. That's just where I look at it.
I wanted to piggyback off him.
Oh, go ahead.
To be honest with you, I don't even think Lattimore would have mattered. I think what his name?
What that boy name?
Kool-Aid.
Oh yeah,
Kool-Aid McKinstry from Alabama.
Questionable. So if he don't play, Kool-Aid to be there, and CeeDee Lamb probably have an insane game. But I think CeeDee can crack 100 on Lattimore.
Oh yeah, easy.
Just because of how he plays, his versatility and how he plays and what they can line him up at. I think he can crack more, but if Kool-Aid McKinstry is replacing Lattimore, it might get ugly. It might get ugly for the Saints cornerback tomorrow.
Yo, Kool-Aid was nasty in Alabama. Nasty. He was nasty. When I say nasty, I mean in a good way.
Yeah.
Don't sleep on him. He was good. He was good.
I had him as I had him at a high first round talent, though. I did have him as a high first round talent on the Frisco report. Big shout out to Cowboys blog. But we gave our thoughts here. I want to talk about a couple more things that little things that I heard. That I'm going to ask you guys another question here. Trayvon Diggs said they ran 5 sets out of 50, by the way, in Mike Zimmer's defense. So we haven't even scratched the surface of a Mike Zimmer's defense yet. John Stevens Jr. is out. Jake Ferguson's questionable. Princeton Falk could be called up from the practice squad to help take that. So here comes the question, and I'll start with Danny Savage. Dak Prescott got his extension last week. Okay, 4-year deal. Do you keep the marriage together, and do you sign Mike McCarthy to an extension? What's your answer?
I can give you that answer after whatever our last game is this year. I'll give you the answer.
It's easy.
I would laugh at that. I would go drink another bottle of bleach if we gave this guy an extension now.
Oh my God!
I'll give you an answer. But whenever our last game is, if it's the 17th, we don't make the playoffs. We get bounced in the first round. We get bounced in the second, or we go to the championship game, get bounced. Whenever our last game is, I will give you an answer. But the thought, listen, Big Mike ain't going anywhere. We all know that. He got everything carte blanche. He knows he can point the finger at Jerry every time he wants. It's a circus. He's making his money. He's making his scratch. But I'm glad you brought that up about the tight end situation. because I think a lot of people are overlooking the fact, me personally, this is just my 2 cents. Remember when Dak broke his finger? Did we put him on IR? No. Jerry's like, oh, he's a possibility. Game time decision next week. Come on, bro. It's a joke. It's a joke. My personal opinion, Ferguson is a young player with a lot of talent. And I personally believe if he keeps on his trajectory, he can be the number 1 tight end in the NFL. You're not going to take a chance with this kid week 2. In my opinion, he's completely out for tomorrow. You're talking a bone bruise in the knee plus he had a sprained knee. So now if you had a bone bruise on your shin or somewhere else, get the lidocaine, we're in business. They're not going to do that in the knee because he can damage his knee more and not even feel it. Now, I think him not being on the field, though, is going to be a big loss. I think we're underestimating him not being on the field tomorrow. That's going to be a big loss. And let's be honest, Dallas is not telling us the truth with his injury, really. I mean, he walked off the field like he got shot, and he was in pain. And then he said, oh, but he wanted to go back in. So I think this is just going to be a repeat. I could be wrong, but I think this is going to be I see Ferguson missing like 3 games, at least. But he's going to be a game-time decision every week just to have Dallas in the news. But I think it's going to be a big loss if he's not out there tomorrow.
All right, badass. Phil, 413, yo, dog, just pulled up to show love. Dude, I appreciate the $10 super chat, brother. Thank you for pulling up to talking crazy on the corner of Crazy and Cowboys and dropping that $10 off in the offering basket. So I do appreciate that, brother. Thank you so much, Phil, and I hope you're having a good weekend, brother. Thank you so much. 5th quarter Cowboys. Do you sign Mike McCarthy? Do you keep the marriage together?
What's the history of a big-time quarterback getting signed and them changing coaches? And I'm that's not rhetorical. I'm dead serious. Like that happened. Like
Romo had Parcells, Wade Phillips, and Jason Garrett.
After he signed?
Yeah, after he was from 2003 up till 2016.
Yeah, that's what I was legit asking. I wanted to know. Like, was it a real thing that they did?
Aikman probably had 5.
Aikman had Jimmy,
before
Barry
Switzer, Switzer, Campo, Chandgali, and I'm missing somebody. Aikman had like 5 coaches.
I would say this. You got a lot of new young talent. Mike McCarthy got his ring with Aaron Rodgers, and after that he couldn't get back. He came to the Cowboys. He win his season. I don't care. He always get beat by better coaches. Dak got a new contract. His defense is looking bright. It looked like we have another offensive line finally. We need to draft a running back and draft safeties. And I just don't feel like Mike McCarthy is like trying to put an old air freshener in a new car. Like you can't take that air freshener that you had in that deuce and a quarter and put it in a Bentley. The smell gone. You know what I'm saying? Like it's just time to move on. You know, I don't think he can. I don't think he relates to this generation of football. Because he came in with an older Aaron Rodgers, look at the generation he coached. It's like 1980. I always say they want to get paid for they play now. These guys' mentality is completely different. You can't talk to these young guys. You got to think about it's different now. Like I just don't think he gels with this generation of football as far as a head coach. The man had monkey butt powder and had him smashing watermelons. Is this a joke? You know, he don't know what to do. He don't gel with those young guys. It's just not the same. They different now. These are social media type players. Aaron Rodgers and those guys, and all those guys from back in that day. That was a different era of football. I don't think he blend. Well, they tried it and it's not working because first of all, he lied like he changed the way he thought, the way he coached. He lied like he followed, analytics, and he didn't. I don't think he jailed. If you
For
really
real.
don't, you got to move on. You got to know who it is. You got to know if it's Dak. If it's not Dak, then you got to know it's the head coach. They changed everything around Dak except for Dak. We got away from Jason Garrett. Mike McCarthy came in, had a few 12-5 seasons. He just can't get there. You can pay Dak. We know he ain't going nowhere. If Big Mike contract is up, it's time for him to go. You got to go elsewhere. You got to move more pieces. You got all this money invested in CD. Dak, you want to keep these guys on the defense. You talking about Parsons and whoever else got to come up to get paid.
Bland,
and I'd agree with Danny about the Bland thing. Like that's I got little faith in that. But you got to move on. In my opinion, you got to let him go. Even if he have a good season, because he's had plenty of those. And give me an NFC championship and it's a close game, I'd probably keep him. It depends on how that game turned out. So I guess it's kind of like what Savage said. Yeah, depending on how the end of the season look. But I just don't think he jailed with the new generation good to translate as a head coach to these young social media type players nowadays.
Okay. Big shout out to Cowboys blog. Welcome to the corner of Crazy and Cowboys talking crazy. Dallas Cowboy fan 1980. Do you keep the marriage? Oh, and I give Cowboys blog props to this question. We talked about this on the phone just the other day, so I wanted to bring this question up. So this is actually Cowboys blog's question. So 1980, do you keep the marriage together?
Nah, I think you move on. Yeah, I agree. I think you move on. There's no, but they're not gonna move on though. It's all y'all know what I say, what I've been saying. The Dallas Cowboys always do the opposite of what we want, so they're not gonna move on. But my opinion, yeah, I would move on. I think it's time. Got a new generation of players. Got to be innovative. We need somebody fiery, which we'll never get. We'll never get a fiery coach, guys. We'll never get that. Come on, y'all. He's not going anywhere, regardless of what we want, what we think. Now, if you ask him my opinion, and that's what this show is about, it's about opinion. I think he should go. But it's really make or break for him, really, too. I thought it was make or break for Dak, but y'all see that was the opposite, right? So,
right.
So I think, what I think probably don't even matter. What we all think doesn't matter. But I think it'll be time to get innovative, young, experienced. I'm not saying young like 30, 40 years old, but experienced. But they're not going to do that. Cowboy Jerry likes McCarthy. He's a yes guy. He's a yes man. He's not a Jimmy Johnson. He's not a guy to say, man, what you doing on the sideline? I got this. Go on back up there, man, and go sign some checks, and that's it. He's not gonna bring anybody like that, So he wants to be able to do what he wants. He wants Steven to come down and be able to do what he wants, and his kids and his kids. So it's just gonna always be like that. So it's not gonna change.
Oh, yeah. Chris Olave. I did forget about Chris Olave. Chris Olave didn't do nothing last week against them Panthers, so that's why I forgot about him. He didn't show up on tape at all. G Hampton. And shout out to Jay. He just became a moderator today. I just need 5 people, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, to click like right now. 5 people. Be one of the 5 and click like. 10 cents a day you can feed a homeless veteran. All right. G Hampton.
Yo, what's up, man?
Do you keep the marriage together?
I can't answer that until after the season. I just can't. I mean, we already know he's on a 1-year contract. Okay. All of them on 1-year contracts outside of CD and Dak. But I can't answer that, man. Like I said, this is the chance. This is the chance that Jerry has taken with Mike McCarthy. So we just have to play it out. But I'm not signing him now because we've seen this same story the last 3-4 years, man, as far as this 12-5 thing, which 12-5 is good. But again, we're at the time, man, everything's about participation trophies or participation ribbons. This is where we are right now. So Everybody's getting second and third chances and fourth chances. But no, I can't answer that right now. Let's see what happens at the end. Also, when we say the game probably has passed Mike McCarthy up, I want to say this also, man. Bill Parcells, he was a great coach. He was once a great coach, but then when we brought him with the Cowboys, the same thing. I think the game had passed Bill Parcells. So I think that's where we are too. I'll pick it back off my dude, that I think the game has passed Mike McCarthy up. We got a lot of social media guys. We got a bunch of entitled players. That's what we have right now. We're rewarding for regular season. We're rewarding for numbers and not trophies, not rings. None of that exists anymore. But like my guy said also, as far as a fiery coach, if we were to move on from Mike McCarthy, I think one fiery coach would probably fit that position. It would probably be Mike Zimmer. And if they don't go to the route of Mike Zimmer, I think they go young. Maybe. But I see if Mike McCarthy doesn't make it, I see Mike Zimmer might be stepping in again. And understand he's an older guy too. But one thing about Mike Zimmer, he holds these players accountable. So, that's just what I think about that. But I can't answer that question about the marriage right now to the end of the season.
Absolutely. We got 37 viewers in here. Can you guys let's click like? It helps the stream. It helps the algorithm. OG, welcome back, man, to the corner of Crazy and Cowboys. I'm talking crazy. Crazy, man. What are you doing over there? You got to unmute your mic. OG comes in and he ain't never ready.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay, good.
Do you keep the marriage together, OG? Do you keep Mike McCarthy and Dak Prescott together since he's signed that contract?
Shit. Oh, man. Are you serious? You want to ask me that question?
Yeah, I'm going to ask you that question. Brother's talking crazy.
Yeah, man. This has been a long 4 years, man, with Mike McCarthy. It's been a long 4 years, bro. I see this team. Look, you got to get to the NFC Championship. We're just too good on defense right now. We're going to see how this offense play against the Saints is, this tomorrow. But we also going to see if they can move the ball downfield, on a consistent basis. This has to improve, So our defense kind of won that game last time. They had a whole bunch of shutouts, and then when they shut they gave them good field position, offense, very good field position. And Dallas was only able to cash in 2 touchdowns, one with a Zeke, run, and then one with over the top to Cooks. But, I have them winning tomorrow. I have them like 28 to 10, something like that. I have them whooping their butt. But I'm hoping that Dak Prescott got his money. I don't want to see no more crying. I want to see you get rid of the ball real quick. And don't sit back there and hold it, And when I see you get ready to drop back, that ball needs to be out of there quickly. Like, I don't want to see a lame duck. I want to see a flick. So, Mike McCarthy, he's getting better in his penalty game, but I'm hoping and praying that that he can get what can you get out of Dak Prescott? Can you get the best out of him? You're going to motivate him. It's only a certain amount of things he can do, So help him with coverage, help him with getting the receivers in position. But Mike McCarthy, I do see him coming back. Yeah.
Okay.
I do.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
The only reason why I say I see him coming back is to coach Trey Lance down the road. That's what I see. That's what I see, man.
Trey Lance is going to be
talking crazy. All right, I like that.
That's what I see.
Here's my take, and then we're going to get to this $5 super chat from Skeptical Fan. I do appreciate that. We're going to answer your question, all of us right here on the panel. But I think as much – OG, I got to mute you. As much as I hate it, I think you have to extend Mike McCarthy. I think you keep the marriage together, and here's why. Everyone kept talking about John Kitna was the guy that Dak Prescott played well under. No, the guy that Dak Prescott played well under is Mike McCarthy. And we're seeing, I mean, Dak Prescott, as much as I like it because I'm a Cowboys fan, I want success. He was second in MVP voting. He led the league in touchdowns. That's really good. And it was like over 35 touchdowns, like 39 touchdowns, I think. That's good, right? What's up? What's up, Fifth?
I'll let you finish. Go ahead.
And so
he played well under Jason Garrett too.
Not really.
Nah,
yeah, he did. That's what I was gonna say. Yeah,
no, because you had prime Zeke there.
But that was
that was all Zeke.
No, that was damn. What's his name?
Man, I ain't about to
what Dak's numbers are right now was never under Jason Garrett. Ever.
Offensive coordinator, that was what was his name? Scott Linehan. Now you might want to say Scott Linehan, but Jason Garrett had nothing to do with that as far as, I in my opinion.
No, and that's true.
We talking about head coach though. We talking about who the head coach was.
I'm just talking about right? I'm talking about Mike McCarthy as a play caller. Yeah, right. I think Dak's footwork has gotten better.
Right.
I think you keep the marriage together because unless Dak Prescott dips down somehow, then you don't do it. But
the Super Bowl
from what I've seen, I think you keep the marriage together. I think you have to because Dak Prescott has been so good. And we got to answer super chats and then we'll get back on this topic. How much stock do you put in? Do you take defeating the Browns? Danny Savage, real quick, we're back on the Mike McCarthy topic.
0.0. And that's just not me trying to be a Debbie Downer. It's just like I'm just being sorry. Ohio State could have beat Cleveland on Sunday. They just played that bad. Watson was overthrowing guys like by 10 yards. Let's be honest. Cleveland looked atrocious.
Okay.
And then the way we played in the second half, like I said you can only play who's in front of you. But I don't take anything. They were gross.
Are they 2 tackles still out?
Who, Cleveland or No, Cleveland has DeJuan Jones at a second-year kid out of Ohio State, really big. I thought Micah would have had a better game against him because he's a big dude. He's like 6'7", 370. And the left tackle, I'm pretty sure, was Conklin, I think. I could be wrong. But they had their real line. It's just they just looked horrible. So, I mean, let's be honest. Let's be honest with ourselves. If this Dallas team, if Dallas last Sunday would have played the 49ers, what do you all think the score would have been?
Fifth, you're on mute.
You only play who's in front of you, right?
I get that. But if we played the way we played, if we would have played.
Hold on, we got to get through these super chats real quick. Hold on, we got more discussion. Fifth quarter Cowboys. How much stock do you put in the Cleveland Browns? Us beating the Browns.
Not
You're
about
on mute.
For me. I'm on mute.
No. You just delayed. Go ahead.
It's not about me putting stock into beating them. It's about you play who in front of you and teams you're supposed to beat. You beat them and you move on to the game. Like we can't help who to get. Like we can't beat Super Bowl caliber teams every week. That ain't how it works. You beat who in front of you and you move on. You supposed to beat the Cleveland Browns. You beat the Cleveland Browns and you go to the next week. You could have put a lot of teams in front of them. And to Savage's point about if we'd have played like that versus 49, well, I think versus 49 we'd have had a different game plan. I don't think you play like that versus the 49ers. But you play who in front of you and the teams you're supposed to beat. You beat them, and you move to the next week. That's just how I feel. So it's not about putting stock. We're 1-0. Let's go, man.
All right.
Game plan.
OG, real quick, do you put any stock in the because how bad Watson played? How much stock do you put in defeating the Cleveland Browns? OG, real fast.
Oh, I put a lot of stock in that.
You put a lot of stock in it?
Yeah, the defense showed up and showed out. That's what I want to see every Sunday. That's what I'm worried about this offense, man. If they continue to Overshawn continue to come up and tackle and do the things that Clark can do, they need to find just like 3 guys that can come up and tackle and make. And I'm not talking no sissy tackles. I'm talking about coming up and give them the elbow and wrapping up, hitting. I want to hear the pass clapping. You know, I want it wrapping up. I want to see technique when it comes to tackling.
Oh, gee.
That's on.
So you put stock in that.
Yeah.
All right. What about you, G. Hampton?
I put a small percentage in. The only reason I say that, man, because before this game started, they considered Cleveland Browns as a 500 team. That's all the hype been about. 500 team. Nobody knew how Deshaun Watson was going to play. And the reason I put stock in it because I was concerned about our run stop. And that's exactly what we did. We held them. And I understand it wasn't Nick Chubb, but Ford is not a pushover as well. So I put a little stock into that, into this Cleveland team. And regardless of what they looked like, we beat them like, guys said earlier. But, I put a little stock in it. So it is what it is.
All right. Good. 1980. How much stock do you put in Cowboys beating the Browns with how bad Deshaun Watson played?
Not much. Not too much. Win is a win. You play the team in front of you, like Fitz said. You game. It's all about game plan. It's all about who you're playing, who you adjust for. Game planning and adjustments, guys. Being able to adjust on the fly. Being able to game plan and scout every team that you're going to face week after week. Every team is different. Every team is across the board, every team is different. Every team has different strengths, has different weaknesses. So it's all about game plan. It's all about getting yourself prepared and playing that next team that you're facing. You can't put too much stock with the Cowboys. I think that's the real question. How much stock can we put into the Cowboys? See, nobody's talking about that. Everybody wants to talk about the other team. I'm not concerned about the other team because every other team puts their pants one leg at a time, just like the Cowboys. You get what I'm saying? So I think the stock is where what's in the Cowboys. What type of Cowboy team are we going to get week after week? What kind of Cowboy team we gonna see against the Saints tomorrow at 12 o'clock, early ass fucking game? What kind of team? What kind of Cowboy team we gonna get? I think that's the real question. That's the real question, guys. So, and that's the real concern about that question right down there. It's a good question, but I think we need to flip it. I think it's what type of Cowboy team are we going to get this week? Are they going to feel like playing? Are they going to start getting penalties and all that shit? Are they going to forget how to play? Because the Cowboys have a bad habit of coming off a win and relaxing and then thinking they won a Super Bowl. And then, oh, shit, yeah, we're good. Oh, yeah, we're walking down the runway with $500 suits on. Yeah, we're good. We're straight. We're getting off these expensive charter buses. Yeah, we're superstars. We're good. And fuck around and lose tomorrow. We've all, not me, not just me, we've all stopped acting like we haven't all seen this before. I think we forget. I think we get so caught up in it being football season. I get it. I understand. I love it. Hell, I'm watching these games and making these videos all while trying to move at the same time. So I understand the excitement. I get it. But let's not get it twisted. What type of team? Let's not put too much stock into the Dallas Cowboys. What type of team are we going to get for tomorrow and the remainder, the duration of the season?
Right. Skeptical fan, thank you so much for that $5 super chat. Now let's go back to the Mike McCarthy subject because this is where Mike sent this super chat on for $4.99. So thank you for donating $5 to the offering basket. And then Mike, appreciate you donating $4.99 to that offering basket. He said, but the 12-win seasons are overshadowed by a 1-3 playoff performance. I feel like we should move on from McCarthy after this season. I want a fresh start for head coach. So I want McCarthy gone. Or to stay. You guys want McCarthy gone. Fifth quarter, I know you wanted a rebuttal here. I'll let you go first. Fifth quarter, talk to me. And Mike, appreciate the super chat.
He's muted.
You on mute or you talking? What are you doing?
Mute, big dog.
You doing this McCarthy thing. You be back and forth. 1 minute you want him gone, next minute you want him to stay. McCarthy is the same guy that every year can't get nowhere just like the quarterback can. If we're going to criticize for getting to the postseason and not doing nothing, we got to criticize the guy who leads the way. And that's Mike McCarthy with bad play calling in games, bad personnel, bad clock management, bad coaching overall in the postseason. And he get demolished by coaches. I don't want a guy that Matt LaFleur walk circles around in the playoffs. I don't want that. By his former team, I don't want that. Kyle Shanahan spanks Mike McCarthy every year. I don't want that. I don't want that no more, bro. I don't trust you as a head coach. 12-5 my ass. I don't care. I told you it don't matter if I get the girl to the dance, if I got to take her home right when we done. It don't mean that. Mike McCarthy can't get the job done. Them 12-5s ain't nothing, bro. It's flow masters on a slow car. It sound good, but it ain't. You know what I'm saying? It just ain't getting on that. Just well, if that get there and choke, Mike McCarthy do it to a coach. Bro, you lost to Matt LaFleur, bro. You lost to LaFleur with your love, bro. Like, come on, bro. It's time for you to go. No adjustments, no nothing. Just Dan Quinn stunk it up. He stunk it up too. And he stunk up every 12-5. I do not care, bro. I don't care how good he got Dak. Well, if Dak flourished under him, he taught Dak something good. Thank you. Dak carry that until with another coach. If he got Dak better, cool. You're talking about the play calling. Where's that good play calling in the postseason? He's terrible with time management. He don't know when to run the pass. The man is terrible. He can't do nothing. Matt LaFleur just smoked this man at home, bro. He just smoked him. I don't care. 12. So what? So what?
Yeah.
It's time for him to go, bro. Just like Dak. Go up there and he play bad. Mike McCarthy coach bad. And he's been doing it for the last 3 years. 12. So what? It don't mean it ain't got us nothing, bro. 1-3 in the postseason. What are we doing?
Yeah.
This man, he can't get us. You just gave the man $231 million, and you think the same man that don't know how to manage the clock or Super Bowl coach can get us somewhere now? What like a Dak sign?
Yes.
See, we got to stop with this. We got to stop with this mentality because we just gave somebody some money. They think that's going to make them win. That don't mean nothing.
Man.
Why would playing better under Mike McCarthy?
Why would Mike McCarthy? What has it done?
3 12-5 seasons.
You see what I'm saying?
Oh my God!
Do you see what I'm saying? This the man that be talking about this is participation trophies, man. This man that been talking about
but he's played at a higher level.
I'm gonna use what you just used 2 weeks ago because I swear you flip flop so much.
No. The only reason why I flip flop on this subject because Dak's paid. First of all, let me clear my name with this flip flop bull crap. The only reason why I'm saying keep McCarthy here is because Dak got paid. That's the only reason why I said it. So you can't use that flip flop crap on me. Sorry, buddy. Go ahead.
Man, just because Dak got paid, you want to keep the coach that's been losing?
That's been helping him progress, yes.
You said yourself Dak has reached his ceiling.
We're stuck with him for 4 years no matter what. So if this coach can help Dak, why not keep it? If it helps this team, keep it.
But we ain't got to be stuck with McCarthy. We stuck with Dak and we just gave him $231 guaranteed. We ain't give McCarthy no extended contract. Get rid of this one person we can get rid of. I would keep Dak over keeping Mike McCarthy any day.
Yeah.
The man went 12. You keep talking about these 12-5 today, and he gets to the postseason and forget how to coach. Matt LaFleur just beat this man at home. Did you not see that game? Mike McCarthy was lost. He was lost as a head coach. As a Super Bowl coach, he was lost.
Who's talking? Who's saying I got to disagree?
He was lost. He was done.
I'm about to go. I'm about to go, man, because this don't make no sense. Come on, y'all.
What y'all forget? Come in and help Dak.
Did y'all forget what happened last
Dak is Dak. What else can he help him with?
Real quick. So we had a quarterback that was
98.
That was second.
I'm serious, man. Like, wait a minute. Everybody forgets just because it's football season, man, and just because Dak got paid, and just because we're excited because it's football season, don't mean shit, man. We lost last year. We lost the year before, and the year before, and the year before. I don't know what y'all think winning is, but it's damn so 12-5.
So here's a question. I want to ask this. Go ahead, fam. My bad.
Wait a minute, bro. All right.
I hear you. I feel you. Go for it, bro.
Yeah, dog. See, this is the problem right here. Dallas Cowboys fans cutting each other off and wanting to fight about shit. Look here, man. Dog, we've been losing for almost 30 years. Almost 30 years, guys. I don't know what y'all here for, but I'm here for Super Bowls. I don't want no 12-5 coach. I don't want that. I want a winning organization back. We won in the 90s. That's what I want back. We've been waiting for almost 30 years, guys. How many times we gonna rebuild? We've been rebuilding since 1995. If y'all okay with rebuilding every year, oh, here we go. I'm done with that shit, man. If it ain't a Super Bowl, I could care less. I don't know what y'all are here for. I really don't know what y'all are here for, man. But I'm here for Man, y'all watch my videos, man. Y'all don't be stupid. Matter of fact, you saw my closing video last year. The one I made last year when we lost. And the year before that, if you haven't, if you just now meeting me, you need to go back and do your research, man. Because I ain't about views. I ain't about being right all the damn time. I could care less about any of that shit, man. It's about winning Super Bowls. And I can damn so tell you, I can damn so tell you, I don't give a damn about stats either. Has stats got a Super Bowl since 95? Have we hoisted the Lombardi Trophy since 95? No, we have not. And we beating the Browns last night. That bullshit did not impress me. That was a sorry-ass team, and we didn't even score a touchdown. Our offense, we might have scored by Turpin, but our offense didn't even score a touchdown against those sorry-ass Browns last week. So we still in trouble, and the Browns are on my shit list. I'm about to pull the O.J. Simpson gloves out. I'm telling you, I'm about to pull that school bus out. I'm telling you, because everybody get on here, start talking stats.
That was funny.
Should we do that? Dog, I'm telling you, man, y'all going in the wrong direction. I'm here for Super Bowls, and that's it. And that's the last thing I'm going to say, and I'm gone, bro.
I'm glad you said that.
I got a question, bro. Y'all didn't score a touchdown last week by the offense?
Oh, wait, who is this? Who are you, J-Live? Are you a Saints fan? Because this is a Cowboy stream.
Yeah, I know it's a Cowboy stream, but I know we can all get along since we playing each other.
But on this show, I usually just keep it funky with the Cowboys.
Oh, all right. I see what's going on, bro. Well, I'm definitely not a Cowboy fan, but you know.
But no, this is a Cowboy stream, though.
I'm a Saints fan, man. Who that? We invaded, man.
Who that?
Across enemy lines.
Okay. Well, I appreciate you coming on, but I thought you were a Cowboy.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, bro. We don't be black and
all right.
gold.
It's all right. It's all right.
Listen, real quick. Like 1980 said, when you're a Cowboy, you win the Super Bowl or your season was a failure. That is the Dallas standard. That's why Dallas is known as America's team. You win the Super Bowl. I don't care about going to NFC championships and games and losing. I don't care about that. What I'm supposed to be impressed? You win the Super Bowl or your season was a failure. One of the biggest reasons Mike McCarthy got to go. All right. So you said Dak was second in MVP last year, threw for the highest touchdowns. Everyone says Mike is the generational guy on defense. We had how many turnovers last year? How many sacks last year? Yet we get to the playoffs. How many years in a row? Now you have a talented team, but now when you get to the playoffs, you get torn apart. That's coaching. When you have talent like 14, 16, and the 12-5 seasons, listen, you ain't going 12-5 without talent. So we can say we got talent and a lot of money spent on a roster. But when you got talent and then you get to the game and you're playing the upper echelon teams and you're getting destroyed, that is 100% coaching. And if anyone is cool with saying they want to look at Mike McCarthy for the next 4 years, I'll just quit watching Dallas football, man. I'm sorry.
Okay, but hold on. It's about where you're going, and I think we're missing that mark. It's about where you're going.
Where are we going?
I get it. I get both sides of the tokens here. I get it. I understand it. Trust me, I wasn't a Mike McCarthy fan either, but I think you keep McCarthy here for Dak's progression because We're talking about building a Super Bowl team and or rebuilding, period. We've been rebuilding for 30 years, and it's all about winning Super Bowls. You would rather bring a fresh head coach in here and that coach has to learn around Dak. Mike McCarthy figured out the combination on how to get Dak right. Okay. So what coach do you bring in here to help build around Dak?
And I'm going to tell you, when you have a talented team and you can't win, it's coaching. But the kind of coach you need is a disciplinarian. That's the kind of coach you need to put all these superstars in check. You don't need a yes man. You don't go to Jerry's office.
But that
you don't go to Jerry's office.
That's Mike McCarthy's situation. That's just speculation. That's hearsay.
Speculation.
That's the front office and all this. No. Dak flourishes in this Mike McCarthy system. Period. Go ahead, G. Hampton.
So let me explain what I was talking about when I said I disagree, because we're saying that we want to get rid of Mike McCarthy. But let me ask you guys, how much of this goes on Mike McCarthy and how much of this goes on Dak Prescott? Now, we're looking at 3 seasons. We went 12-5. We got into the playoffs. Do we blame the loss on Mike McCarthy or do we blame it on Dak Prescott? I think that's a legitimate question. But not only that, but let's go back to what happened. It wasn't Mike McCarthy that threw all those interceptions. Okay? And once that season that he threw all those interceptions, what did Mike McCarthy do? He critiqued how he called the plays for that. He started dinking and throwing the little short passes and things like that. So the reason, and that's why I say I disagree before we want to get rid of Mike McCarthy. Could it be Dak making Mike McCarthy look bad? I'm just saying. So again, who do you blame more of with this non-Super Bowl? Is it Mike McCarthy or is it Dak Prescott? So I want to hear somebody answer that question.
Oh, G, you want to answer that question? Oh, G, quiet.
Oh, G, can you hear me?
Well, we done went from arguing. Now we arguing about the head coach. And let me tell y'all something.
Yeah. What you want to know?
Nothing. No, you ain't paying attention. Go ahead, Phil.
I heard it. I heard what you said. I had to step away for a minute. OG, he stayed pissed off.
Are you talking in third person?
And I gotta have me a beer or two, to calm myself down, to calm the nerves down. It's just the same old roller coaster. You're selling tickets, you're selling jerseys.
Oh, gee, you're missing the whole point here. Go ahead, Fifth. We got to get you to pay attention, man. It's talking crazy. We got 40 viewers in here, man. We got to pay attention.
You cut it.
Go ahead.
We so used to losing that any little thing that looks good, we just accept it. So we went from what they call Jason Garrett, Mr. 8-8. We went from Mr. 8-8 to Mr. 12-5.
Yeah.
No, nobody wins nothing. We 8-8 was so bad. Now that we 12-5, we fist bumping 12-5 now. So now we got Mr. 12-5. Hooray! We probably go 12-5 again. It don't matter, man. We went from 8-8. Now we got Mr. 12-5. Hey, maybe we'll get Mr. Who knows, man. The bottom line is you cannot talk about. You can't say Dak has reached his peak, Ben reached his peak. How many years? Like, you can't say that and say Mike McCarthy's helped him progress, because if you say that, then what do you say to him throwing picks in the playoff game? Who is that? Is that Mike McCarthy or is that Dak?
That's the question.
So what I'm saying is you can't tell me Mike McCarthy is contributing to Dak Prescott progression, but at the same time Dak is doing rookie stuff in playoff games. So what do you praise the McCarthy for? Dak Prescott is not progressing in nothing no more. Dak Prescott is who he is. Corner, you know this. Dak Prescott there's nothing else he can improve in. There's nothing else. Nothing else he can improve in, and you know this. But I know how you do when you believe in something. You're gonna stick to it. That's cool. We all know. I'm calling him Mr. 12-5. It's time for that man to go. There's nothing else he can do for this team. He can get us to the postseason. The man lost to Matt LaFleur. That's all I need. I ain't even got to talk about the past 12-5. I'm talking about right. The man lost to Matt LaFleur bad. Bad. Not just that we went up there and got smoked by Matt LaFleur.
Let me ask you this, fifth quarter. Let me ask you this. And I know you're probably going to say, I can't answer that. That's make believe.
Ask me something, then say you know what I'm going to say.
I know you. We've been doing this way too long.
Ask the question.
Does Dak Prescott have these type of numbers if Mike McCarthy ain't here?
So well. Then Mike McCarthy didn't do it then.
Guess he did.
You just said he had these type of numbers. He wasn't here.
No, I said, does Dak have these type of numbers if Mike McCarthy isn't here?
The season he got played with Amari Cooper, you forgot the type of year he had that year?
2018, wide receiver by committee. Allen Hurns, the GOAT.
Was Mike McCarthy here?
No.
So do we care more about numbers or Super Bowls?
I care about trends. And the trend is Dak is better with Mike McCarthy.
Bro.
Okay, but would you rather have a quarterback that throws 19 touchdowns and wins a Super Bowl or a quarterback that throws 45?
First of all, show me a quarterback that throw 19 touchdowns and won a Super Bowl that played all year.
Stuck on this 12-5.
Peyton Manning's last Super Bowl, he had a horrible season with Denver. Horrible.
What year was that? 2013? What year was that?
No. It was Peyton Manning's last year in Denver. His last Super Bowl in Denver. His stats were horrible. It was pure defense. He was coming off his neck injury.
Y'all, Matt LaFleur came to Dallas and wiped his.
Manning's last Super Bowl, his season was horrible.
Corner literally said
when the 52 touchdowns.
It was time for him to go.
His last season.
Matter of fact, everybody go and watch that game. Go back and watch that game.
Listen, y'all.
Matter of fact, when y'all have time, go back and watch every playoff loss.
Corner is isolating.
So everybody seems to forget.
Mike McCarthy helping Dak call better plays versus winning the game. Well, that doesn't mean nothing. The
trend,
bro.
You don't pull your crypto out if it's trending upwards.
Bro,
you keep that crypto in. You keep your stocks in. Now, when it's dropping, then you got to pull out. But if Dak Prescott was a crypto market, it's all green, baby. There ain't no red in there, and that's because Mike McCarthy's contributing to that green. He's pumping that up.
Tell me how.
Look at his numbers.
See, there we go. Nope, nothing else.
The trend is there. The footwork is better. Is better. Dak's reading defenses. He's calling audibles. Do we not see this? We're so naive because we have so much Dak disparity. We can't see the reality. That's just what it is.
I promise y'all, I can show y'all videos of this man.
But I'm saying this now because Mike McCarthy, Dak Prescott got paid. So what is beneficial for Dak Prescott? You keep Mike McCarthy. You can show me the past videos, but I was talking about what happened now, just like you say.
Listen, y'all.
Just like you say. So we can go back to past videos. Dak Prescott got signed less than a week ago. Mike McCarthy and Dak marriage, I think you keep together.
So listen, because Prescott, screw not winning those Super Bowls, screw any of that, because Dak got paid, he can't give no real. He has nothing to back up keeping Mike McCarthy besides Dak Prescott getting paid. The trend? What trend? The trend of losing in the only trend
of your quarterback getting better. You're missing the question.
Wait,
because Dak Prescott got paid, do you keep the marriage together because how well Dak has been playing under Mike McCarthy? That's the question.
Listen, you don't. Mike McCarthy is going to do this year what he do. Matt LaFleur came to Dallas, went in Jerry's office and took a dump in the bro. Do you take away that crazy stuff you talking about? Just as a head coach of the Dallas Cowboys. And not just helping Dak Prescott. What has Mike McCarthy done for this team?
I feel like if you take Mike McCarthy away from Dak, I think in the last years of Dak Prescott's contract, he digresses.
What has Mike McCarthy done for the Dallas Cowboys?
He has the most winning seasons back-to-back since Jimmy Johnson. 91, 92, 93. That's something you hang your hat on.
You hang your hat on wins. Now I can show y'all a video of him saying the complete opposite. I promise you I can.
So let me ask this real quick, y'all. So what if Cowboys finish 9-8? What do we do?
He said, Simon, that's not what we're talking about. We're talking about Mike McCarthy. We're not talking about Dak Prescott.
I mean Mike McCarthy's a part of that. If we
I was answering Simon's question. Sorry. Go ahead.
My question is, so what if this team finished 9-8?
That's what I said, though. If Dak Prescott falls off, then you don't sign him. I said that. Go watch it back. I said that.
I found his stats. Peyton Manning's last year.
He played 10 games. It doesn't matter.
9 touchdowns.
He played 10 games.
But it just shows you don't need a quarterback to throw 40 touchdowns.
How old was Peyton Manning? He played 10 games.
We had a great defense. They had a great defense.
That doesn't matter. Savage, he played 10 games.
But before you were talking about Dak being MVP, 37 touchdowns.
Oh, what are we doing?
Super Bowl winning team, the quarterback threw 9 touchdowns and 17
in 10 games. In 10 games. We didn't even finish the year. It's pointless, Savage.
You missing his point.
In 10 games, he threw 9 touchdowns, 17 interceptions. It's a team sport, isn't it?
Where he played 16 games the year before that, he threw 39 touchdowns.
Is it a team
sport? It doesn't
sport?
matter. Come on.
Is it a team sport? Did that team win a Super Bowl? Yes.
No. Yes, they did.
Yes, they did.
It was a 2015.
The Super Bowl gets played in February, which is 2016, but that was 2015. He was horrible. That's when they had DeMarcus Ware. That's where they had Von Miller.
Hey, move on, fellas. Let's talk about something else. What about the game tomorrow?
Man, OG,
come on, bro.
Let's talk about the game. Damn all that old shit. Y'all are talking about that. We moving on to the new future.
Guy threw 9 touchdowns.
What about the game tomorrow? What score prediction tomorrow?
We want McCarthy for 4 more years. For that
shit.
So we can go 41 touchdowns, man. Come on, man.
So all you're saying is Dak Prescott needs 9 touchdowns and he can win a Super Bowl? Then you keep Mike McCarthy. Thank you.
What was the question?
I said, so all Dak has to do is throw 9 touchdowns and he can win a Super Bowl.
No.
I say you keep Dak and Mike McCarthy together.
You don't keep a coach because he helps one player. How many players are there on the team? It's a team sport. You win together, you lose together, you fight together. You don't sacrifice a team.
So you're willing to have another coach in here not knowing how he's going to coach Prescott. Because we know what Prescott is.
So you're telling me Mike McCarthy's his coaching book is the only one in the world. Nobody can have that. And another thing, in the next 3-4 years, you think the talent on this team is going to get better or worse with the salary cap hell we're going to be in? And we're going to keep the same. What do they say? You're doing the same thing and expecting a different thing, a different outcome? That's the definition of insanity? Well, that's a Dallas fan right there. I'm sorry, man. It's a team sport.
We went from 8-8 to 5, man. I guess that's tough, man. Mr. 12-5 now.
9 touchdowns. And
Mike Mosh.
And won a Super Bowl.
Mike Mosh, what's up, dude?
Man, I see the banner, man. You've been here 10 years. Wow, time flies.
I know.
Wow.
Thank you for 10 years of support, Mike Mosh. Appreciate everybody here.
Bro.
Mike Mosh, do you keep the marriage since Dak got paid? There's an echo. Is it you, Mike?
I'm telling you, you're not listening.
Mike Mosh, let me ask you this question. Because Dak Prescott got paid.
Oh, shit. My bad.
Because Dak Prescott got paid, do you keep Mike McCarthy and Dak together? That's the question.
I'm just like y'all, man. We want to win playoff games.
Sorry about that, Mike.
Okay. Is that it? Is that your answer?
Simple. Mike McCarthy can't win playoff games. Simple. 1-3, and you want to keep him.
Y'all just said, man, listen.
Got his ass whooped at home against Green Bay. Against Green Bay, man. Couldn't coach shit. And I'm trying to stop cutting.
That's the youngest team in the
Mike had a
NFL.
super chat here. Here's the thing: teams like Texans and Lions have a winning head coach with winning culture. We don't have neither. Mike McCarthy isn't a winning head coach. Is he not winning in the playoffs? Because he shows he can win in the regular season.
Oh my God! No,
What?
you just didn't say that, bro. You sit up here and call Dak MVP of regular season. Now you want to praise McCarthy for winning in the regular season?
I can only answer what's in front of me. He's talking about the head coach.
Talk about your answer. You're the same guy that
I didn't even give an answer yet. What are you
for not
talking
being
about?
able to win.
I haven't even
for
gave
not
an
being able to win
answer.
in the postseason.
I'm sorry. If I gave an answer, raise your hand. I didn't even give no answer. What are you talking about, Mr. Gun Jumper? Mr. Gun Jumper? I didn't even say nothing with no answer.
Yes, you did. Yes, you
No,
did.
I didn't.
Did.
I was asking him another question on his question, first of all. But that's my take. That's my opinion. I'm going to talk crazy. Y'all going to talk crazy on the corner of Crazy and Cowboys. All right? Absolutely. That's just what it is.
Absolutely.
Agree to disagree. We got 45 people in here, guys. I'm talking crazy, corner of Crazy and Cowboys. If you guys can click like on the stream, it helps greatly. Now, there's some people that disagree with me on here, and there's some people that agree with me. That's just what it is. And that's what opinions do. We could be animated. We could do this. We could do that. But that's just what it is. But because Dak Prescott got paid, I think you keep the marriage together and ride that out versus bringing somebody else in here.
No sense.
Nah, no way.
He does. I'm telling y'all, pay attention. This man he's literally okay with starting over at quarterback. When they ask him who do you get, he said,
No. I was okay with starting over at coach and quarterback.
You gonna let me talk?
Don't put words in my mouth. I'm gonna speak up. Okay. I'm gonna speak up. Right. We were talking about coach and quarterback. Coach and quarterback. That's what now Dak Prescott's paid. That's why this topic's here. You can get mad, you can storm off. It is what it is. But you gotta put words in my mouth. We gotta keep it funky. Period.
Okay, but Jer, how many quarterbacks have we seen win with numerous coaches? We're acting like, and what is Dak really won? He's won shit. So we want to keep a coach.
But you're okay with starting over with another head coach in here? How does Dak gonna look? We know what Dak is.
Like I said, a coach is there for the entire team. You don't keep a coach for one player. And if you're he's the highest paid man in the NFL now.
He got this team to 12-5 wins. He didn't get Dak to 12-5. He got this team to 12-5, and we've seen a progression in Dak's
just
play.
Answer me just one question, and we're going to discount the Lions. In the last 3 years, name me one good team we beat in the 3 12-5 seasons. Name me one good team we beat, and you can't say the Lions. Because no coach goes for 2-point conversion 3 times in a row. I'll wait for the rebuttal. Name me one good team we beaten in last 3 years. And I want everyone to answer that question.
That's a hard one to answer, man. And that really is. And that's been the problem for the last 3 years, beating these 500 teams, man. That's been the problem.
They can't.
No,
somebody needs to tell the truth.
I want everyone to answer.
They can't. Exactly. They can't. they can't.
What up, Simon?
What up? They can't. Like, I'll answer it straight up. They can't. Period. Look at them. They couldn't. Talking about the Detroit game, they had no business winning that goddamn game.
That was a gift.
Let's be real. They should have just stomped Miami. What did they do? Like, they can't. Like, we can sit here right now. For all we know, they overlooking the Saints talking about Baltimore. We don't know. This is how I look at it.
They look ahead a lot.
Right. This is how I look at it. I've decided this year to go, really go game for game.
Yeah.
I have. Instead of just trying to do a season prediction, and someone said earlier a score prediction, I ain't doing none of that. Because it's got to be 4 zeros on the clock, 4 quarter, and the coaches are in the middle shaking hands.
That's right.
Because it's just we all have done it. Oh, the Cowboys gonna win. The Cowboys gonna win. So y'all want to talk about that Arizona game last year?
Exactly. That was
it's just now everybody that's a Cowboy fan. Welcome to the world of the bipolar Cowboys. I've been saying that for years. It don't matter who the coach is. So if it was Jason Garrett, it don't matter who the coach is. Mike McCarthy. It don't matter. You can go get fucking Tom Landry. It don't matter. Don Shula. You can go get any of them. I don't give a damn. Hank Shrimp. That boy has reached his ceiling.
Who is his dad?
Yes. He's reached his. Come on. The kick throws. The choking. He almost threw 2 picks against Cleveland.
That's yeah. He did. That's and that was the question I asked, man. Who's at fault? Is it Mike McCarthy's fault that they're falling off in the playoffs, or does Dak get some of the blame of this falling off? You know, I mean,
give Dak 70% of the blame. I get the rest on the coaching.
Okay.
When you have talent and lose, I give it on the coaching.
That boy chokes.
But here's the deal, though.
Yeah, Dak definitely.
It was Dak that threw those interceptions that year before. It wasn't the coach. The Dak was so bad at throwing interception that he had to change up the play calling for Dak for that following year. Before the second half of the season.
I'm sorry. They even said they dumbed it down for Dak. They put training wheels on his ass.
That's a Scott Steiner reference right there. I could have dumbed myself down.
Yeah, they thumbed it down for him. Like, remember Xavier Woods? He said that at that press conference that time. It was like they thumbed it down for him, man. Come on, man. Like,
listen, Dak's a great guy. Great guy. He falls apart. The night before the game, he should pop a Valium. He falls apart under pressure. It happens with boxers. It happens with fighters. It happens in all professions. But you see it in his eyes.
Yeah.
When there's a big game,
they're like this.
Exactly. That deer in the headlight looks.
CD knew it.
And when you see that first interception in a big game, you know there's a second coming. You know there's a third. I mean, when he's off, he's completely off. He's either on or off. Nothing in the middle. Anyone remember the Jacksonville Jaguar game? 3 interceptions.
Oh my God!
Come on.
So that Mike McCarthy's
Wait a minute. The Houston Texans game.
Oh,
don't forget that one.
Up on that one.
Yep, don't forget that one.
If that quarterback didn't roll out the wrong way, we would have lost. But again, so that's what I'm saying, man. How much blame so let me ask you this. So if we do bad this season and we don't, like I said, I'm like you, my guy, my expectations are low. It's one game at a time. And if they do anything above this, y'all can't even see my expectations down here, damn near close to the floor. And if they do anything better than that, that's great. But I'd have to ride this thing out. But again, here we are. If, like you said, Corner, we keep this marriage together. But if they go 9-8,
McCarthy got to go.
I agree with that. I agree. I agree with that.
And don't go get no Belichick.
No. I
don't go.
But my whole thing is, though,
I would keep Zimmer.
If you go 12-5 again. But can Zimmer get an offensive coordinator that can really help Dak? Does Dak digress in another offense? You just said he dummied it down.
Zimmer's a defensive coordinator.
We just said that, right? So how do we know? Like, we're stuck with Dak, right? What works with Dak is Mike McCarthy. Period. So what happens if you bring another OC in? How does Dak look?
What if Mike wants to leave? What if Mike's like, damn, I can't wait to this season. I can get the hell up out of here.
There were reports that Mike McCarthy didn't like the Joneses anymore and all the stuff they were saying. So that's very possible. But let me ask you guys this. If they go 12-5 again and they win a playoff game, but they lose in the divisional round, what do you do then?
Get rid of Mike McCarthy. We done seen this show before. It's a broken record.
Exactly.
We done seen it. It's a goddamn broken record. We've seen the Cowboys with Mike McCarthy win a wild card game. We're tired of it, especially the older guys like myself. When the fuck is the Cowboys gonna get to a conference championship? I always tell people I can't talk Super Bowl. I gotta see them 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. They won a divisional round, NFC title game. We just last year. Let's look at last year. You went from some bottom seed, then Philly choked. You got a 2 seed, 2 home games. You could have cakewalked to play the 49ers, but you couldn't even get the job done at home.
By the
Dak
youngest team in the NFL.
Exactly. Dak can't play sudden death games. If
Nope.
there's not a such thing as next Sunday, he chokes. We see it now. He chokes. When it's sudden death, 4 quarters of sudden death football. Who chokes? Let's just say this. We played, say, the Packers, and he got a chance to do it again the following week against, let's say, Detroit. That's would have had a lights out game. I'm telling you, when his back's against the wall, that man chokes.
So, you know what? And I think all of us in here, man, I don't know. I think all of us seen the Super Bowl. We witnessed the Super Bowl. And I was talking to somebody at work about this, and he said, you know, there's a difference. The older guys, we've witnessed the Super Bowl, so we expect more Super Bowls. The younger generation, they haven't seen a Super Bowl, so progress is progress. If that makes sense, it's like, oh, well, we got further this year. But as far as me, I've witnessed those Super Bowls. I mean, from way back to where I'm at the point I want to see Super Bowls. I'm not saying, okay, we're just going to accept 12-5. We're not going to, you know, we're at that point to where we want to see another Super Bowl. But the younger generation, I think they're saying, man, if we can get past one round and we win the next round, oh, we can keep this guy. We're doing better. That don't work for me. I'm at wit's end with that.
I think the younger generation rather see Dak win an MVP than a Super Bowl.
Yep.
And I agree with that. And I do.
Very big disconnect with old cats versus the young kids.
Yeah.
With Dak
and I agree with that statement. I do. I you know, before Dak got paid, I was telling people hang the second MVP banner up with the Super Bowl trophy, since that's what the standard is, right? But I just don't have enough trust in Prescott for a new offensive coordinator. If we talked about dummying down this offense for Prescott, what next offensive coordinator can dummy it down even more for Prescott?
Okay,
well, listen, before y'all finish this, I want to say this because I gotta go. And since there are a lot of older cats in here, I want to say this. There's a discussion that we have, and I'm gonna hit y'all with a quote that me and a friend say. There's a thick line between Crazy Ray and Rowdy. And what we mean by that, bruh, like my man was just saying a minute ago, we seen us get to glory. We know we've had the potential to get to glory, but we have seen this team fuck over and fold. And I'm talking from Tony Romo up until current time. And that's when we started saying it. There's a thick line. A lot of these young kids don't even know what the fuck Crazy Ray is.
No,
there's a thick line between Crazy Ray and Rowdy.
Wow.
And Jerry didn't even want to buy him a plane ticket for the Super Bowl. That's for Jerry.
Yeah. I just want to say that. All right, y'all.
Now, that's good stuff, bro. That's good stuff. I never thought about it like that. Crazy Ray was exactly what his name was. Crazy. And then you got Rowdy high-fiving and
yeah. Thank you. I swear. I always tell people I'm from the Crazy Ray era of the Dallas Cowboys. I'm not from the Rowdy area. I'm not from that. I've been in that parade in Dallas. I'm from Oak Cliff. You see the shirt? I'm from Oak Cliff. Like, I'm tired of this shit. Like, I'm tired. He didn't deserve I'm gonna say it. He didn't deserve the contract. He didn't. Come on. That's why tomorrow, everybody, we're all evaluators. We're human resources tomorrow. I nitpicked his ass in that Cleveland game. Them woulda, coulda, shouldas, they almost happened. So what's gonna happen when he go against better corners? What's gonna happen? Y'all know how he loved throwing it to linebackers. So what's gonna happen when he do that shit? Tomorrow it's interesting. It's the first home game of the season. I'm counting. I don't give a fuck. People say I'm pocket watching. Oh, you better fucking believe I am. I have to fly from California, go back home. So my pockets count when you go to Collins and Randall Mill Road and you watch this shit. I'm not trying to go home to my $200 million quarterback choking and gagging like he's Shannon Sharp on a video. Fuck that. Fuck that.
He might need to get some of them roll pills or something. Hell.
Yeah, bro, I swear.
That's not no promotion either.
I'm gonna leave it like this one more time, especially for the older guy. There's a thick line, not a thin line. There's a thick line
like
between
that, Coach.
Crazy Ray and Rowdy. Period.
Damn, that's a
That
good
Y'all
one.
have a good one, man.
That
For
was
real.
Simon Says. Brando, if you could drop his channel into the description, I appreciate Simon's coming into the corner and talking crazy on the corner of Crazy and Cowboys. Simon, I do appreciate you making your appearance. An OG in the Dallas Cowboy community. And I do appreciate him coming in. But, guys, it's getting late. It's already 11:30. Let's run into, expectations. I know we talked about, earlier in the show, we talked about, what we want to see between the Cowboys and the Saints. So if you want to just re-say that to the 48 people watching, go ahead and do it. And then do your closing statements. But Savage, appreciate you joining Talking Crazy. What you got, man?
Closing statement. I think we need to establish the running game big time tomorrow. We gotta know Ferguson. I want to see how good you are, Dak. Since you're the highest paid quarterback in the NFL, no Ferguson shouldn't bother you if you're that great. I want to see Lamb show up. I don't want to wait 4 weeks for Lamb to get in shape and be on point. I think there's going to be. I think it's going to be very, very interesting tomorrow. I'm going to leave it at that one. I think I got a feeling because Dallas is very, very known for looking ahead to other teams. They're known for that, and they get smacked in the mouth and lose to teams always that they never should. And I'm just going to leave it at that.
Yeah. Okay. Go ahead, G. Hampton.
Basically, in my closing statement, I want to be able to see a consistent movement of the chain for this offense. My attention is focused on this offense being consistent, using the clock management, get in scoring range, scoring. If we can't score, get in field goal range. I want to see Dak play like a $240 million quarterback. I want to see CeeDee Lamb play like a $136 million receiver. That's basically. And I'm also want to keep my eyes on the run stop. We know they got Alvin, so those are key points that I'm going to be looking at. So that's where I am again being consistent on this offense, moving the ball, moving the chain, scoring, and being able to stop their run. So that's where I'm standing.
Nice. Mike Mosh.
I'm really concerned about the defensive tackles again. We got a real running back now with Kamara again, and we can skip to next week with Henry. The linebackers are definite upgrade, but do we have enough in the middle there? Or are we going to get tired? So I'm really going to look at what we do against Kamara, and then, if we suck this week against the run, we know what's going to look like next week.
Yeah,
and he's going to eat.
Yeah. OG.
Good points. Good points.
Can you hear me?
Unmute yourself. Oh no, you're not on mute. Go ahead, just speak up.
Oh yeah, we good. Oh yeah, so we just getting.
Dang, OG, we can't hear you, man.
You can't? Can you?
Yeah, we can hear you now.
No.
Okay, I got this new microphone. I'm trying to get used to it. Just want to see a physical game tomorrow. Guys come up, hit, and make a statement. So, I do think Zimmer and Harris will help them to play tomorrow, and I think the defense will shut them down. I've seen a lot of offensive plays from them during the week, and it looks like that they like to run this like to run the ball out of shotgun, and do toss sweeps out of that. So we got to watch them on a single I formation. Other than that, the offense, Dak needs to carry this team on his back, and he can do that. And my faith is in him right now at the moment. So looking for a good ball game tomorrow, and go from there. I'm hoping they'll win 24-10.
All right, OG, I appreciate it. So I want to give a special thanks to everyone coming in to Talking Crazy today, and then I want to give a special thanks to all the people that came in on the panel. Danny Savage, Cowboys champs, Dallas Cowboy fan, 1985th quarter Cowboys, G. Hampton, the Cowboy Huddle podcast, OG Simon says Mike Mosh, the Cody Show, and the Saints fan. I do apologize. There's no ill will there. I promise. When Talking Crazy first started, I really said that this is a Cowboy only show, and if you're a Cowboys fan, that's why the link is there. So no ill will there for you, Saints fan. This is just a Cowboy stream, a Cowboy show. This is Talking Crazy on the corner of Crazy and Cowboys. I appreciate everybody coming in here. How about them Cowboys? Noon game. Enjoy your Sunday. Enjoy it, guys. And if you're
Let's
on
go,
the replay,
Cowboys.
if you're on the replay, hit the like button, guys. If you made it this far, say go Cowboys. Cowboy Nation,
Let's go,
are you in the Cowboys corner? Peace.
Peace.